A 4 for 4? What is that, Kay? Okay, like, anyways, the 4 for 4. I ain't never looked like no 4 for 4 ass bitch.
This is Jayla, and this is of course the Jayla Show. And as you can tell by the title, this is about a double date that did not go as planned. Okay, so it starts off as it was Saturday and I was getting off of work. I worked the morning shift, so I got off around 3 or 4. I get home, take a shower, whatever, and when I get out, I have a missed call. And it's one of my close friends, Honey. And Honey, she was like, do you want to go on a double date? The guy's gonna pay everything for you, girl, and even if you don't want to, just think about it as a free meal or whatever. So I'm like, cool or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, meet me at my apartment around 7. So I was like, okay. We got off the phone. I was getting dressed. I had on some ripped jeans for Fashion Nova, a pink bomber jacket, army green bralette from Forever 21. I think I might have had on, I had on some army green Vans and a thick diamond choker like this one. And my hair was in those 2 puff balls. And I have natural hair or whatever, so it was cute. And them edges was slicked down, baby. Okay, so it's about 6:50ish or whatever, and she calls me and she's like, girl, and I was like, what? And she was like, your date canceled or whatever. And I'm just gonna call her the boy that she was with, Tony. She was like, but Tony said he can find somebody else for you. Do you still want to even go? We can do something else. And by that point, I was dressed like,
Maybe somebody was gonna see me.
and I'm so lame. And what happens? Oh yeah. So she was like, she put us on 3-way, and he was like giving me my options or whatever, and he apologized that the other boy couldn't come or whatever. And the first question he asked me, which shoulda gave me a hint of what kind of night this is about to be, he asked, what do you like better, personality or looks? So he sent Honey 3 pictures, and it turns out like everybody on the picture couldn't go. Well, one of the boys was too mean. The light skinned boy said, I forgot, they said something with him. And the middle boy was like, he can go next weekend, but he has something to do out of town that week. So it's just like, okay, whatever. So he gets this boy that goes to like he goes to Duncanville High School. I live in Texas, by the way. And he goes to Duncanville High School, and he was like, he's a football player or whatever, and he can go with you. And I was just like, maybe it was Duncanville. I don't remember, but I really feel like it was Duncanville. Okay, so he was just like, he can go with you or whatever. And I was like, okay. So we pull up to the apartment, and then the boys pull up to the apartment. We was going to go in his car and go, but they got in my car first. And I was driving at the time, an Audi A4. So, baby, this boy was so big. He's a D-liner, and I should have asked, like, what position is he? Anyways, what did he do? Oh yeah, so he gets in the back of my car or whatever, and when I tell you, I had to scoot up so far, I should have just started driving with my titties. Okay, so but he was like really funny though, and I was laughing like so hard, bro. And my friend, she was texting me and stuff, and she was like, we could find somebody else, or we could just ditch them and go somewhere else or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, girl, that sounds cool or whatever. So no, I was like, no. What do I talk about? That sounds cool. Okay, so I was like, no, because I was already dressed, and man was gonna see me tonight. So what happens? Oh yeah. So we trying to decide on a place to go eat, and if you taking me on a date, I'm thinking you taking me to like Chili's on the border, like it's a first date, so I'm not naming anything expensive. Um, Let me think, Applebee's, TGIF, something. So so my friend was like she wants the Wingstop, which was also cool. I like wings, whatever. And the boy that's supposed to be with me is gonna say some Wingstop. Look, I don't got that much money on me. I don't get paid till Friday, and but we can't go to Wendy's and get the 4 for $4. Excuse me? Psst. Do I look like a 4 for $4? If anything, we can get the 2 for $20 or the 3 for $20 or whatever that is at Chili's. Cause I'm not no. Anyways, so I was laughing and I was like, that's fine. I have my own money anyways. And cause you always gotta bring your own money on a date or whatever. Like you don't know. Like these little boys be playing games. Like I don't know how your money's coming in or your income is, but mine is fine. So we get we was about to go ahead and get in his car and drive to Wingstop or whatever. But what happens is what happened? Oh yeah, she was like, girl, I think that you should take your car. And I was like, take my car. Girl, my car takes so much gas. And because, you know, Audi takes Supreme gas. And I was like, it takes so much gas. I really don't feel like driving. She was like, girl, you should really just take your car. And I was like, I really don't want to. And this, that, and the third. But I ended up taking my car, and they took their car, and we met up at Wingstop or whatever. And we really didn't even want to be there anymore. We just really wanted to go. We get into Wingstop, and we order our food or whatever. We sitting down, and at this point, my girl, honey, she was on the phone calling up a guy. Something else, so what y'all doing? Y'all want to pull up? Y'all want to meet somewhere? I got me and my girl with me, and all of this stuff. And I think he might have overheard at one point her on the phone while we was in Wingstop. So I'm sitting down or whatever, and she's going to the bath. She had went to the bathroom, and he came, and he had apologized to me about something, like about how the night was going. And I was like, yeah, you know, we were sitting at 2 different tables at that point too. So I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So we're sitting down, and what happens? Oh yeah, so we're sitting down, and well, I'm sitting down, and I was really looking at this other guy. I was trying to like give him the eye, whatever, to like come talk to me, but I guess he didn't get the message, so yeah. But anyways, so she's walking back from the bathroom, and he's walking towards it, and like I hear like whispering whatever, and she was just like, okay, whatever. So she's walking back or whatever, and I was like, you good? And she was like, yeah. And she was getting her little drink or whatever, and she was like, come on, Jayla. And I was like, what? Where are we going? Jayla, come on. And I was like, girl, where are we going? Are we going with them? We going over there to sit with them or something? She said, Jayla, come on. And so I started getting up and getting my stuff. She said, no, Jayla, you gotta come on. And I was like, what's going on? And she said, no, Jayla, get your keys. We gotta go to the car. He said if he catches anyone with us, he gonna start shooting. And I was just like, first of all, how are you that calm about that information? I guess she was trying to make me not panic or the other people in Wingstop panic or something. But at that point, I was panicked because you get panicked once you know there's somebody trying to shoot at you. So we hurry up and we run to the car. And I remember on the way to the car, this boy asked us for our number. And I was like, sure. She was like, we don't got time for that, Jayla. We don't have time for that. So I hurry up and I pull out. Or whatever, and we was gonna meet these other 2 boys at a different location, but they had heard that if somebody was with us, they were getting shot, and they didn't want to participate or whatever. So she decides to tell these other boys or whatever, and they go to. One goes to DeSoto, I think, and the other one to Cedar Hill, and these are all high schools in Dallas, by the way. And And we was just chilling with them or whatever, and it was all cool, whatever. They was smoking, and I don't smoke, so, and they had like something to drink. And my friend, she was out there being lit. But also, this is when I first started driving, kind of. So, and I wasn't like the best driver at night, also. So, it was like that. And I wasn't trying to be under no type of influence or anything driving back because, you know, that's kind of reckless. And it's not like she could take the wheel or anything. And plus, I don't really know what's in that cup or whatever. So, that was also a part of it. And we was chilling or whatever. And he was calling her and all of this stuff. Fast forward, you know, we go home and we all cool and stuff. And like 2 weeks later, the boy that said he was gonna shoot us ends up in jail or whatever because his gun wasn't loaded. That was another thing. They kept playing with the gun, so I knew he wasn't like playing or nothing or flexing or whatever because I have already seen the gun. I saw the bullets, and they didn't keep the clip in the bullets or whatever. But you don't know. Maybe it was one in the chamber or something. Like, you honestly don't know. So, but I know he had the gun on. No, he had, earlier when we was in Wingstop, he had told his friends to give him the keys to go in the car. And I'm guessing that's when he got the gun or whatever. And, like, I knew he wasn't playing or whatever. So, that's also why we was kind of shook it because it's like, I know you're not playing about the gun. So, yeah. Oh, he went to jail or whatever because his gun was unregistered, and they found the gun in the case of bullets. So, yeah, and he had gotten into an incident. I think he might have got shot or something like that. So, karma's a bitch. But overall, it was like, it was a fun night or whatever. But it's just like, dang, you know, how you get so mad, you try to shoot at somebody, you know, who's gonna like you then? So my advice for anybody going on a blind date: 1, make sure you always have money. 2, make sure you like it's set who you going with and that you okay with you going with. 3, always have a way there and back on your own, even if that means you need an Uber. So make sure you have some money on a card or a Lyft or something. Make sure you have money on a car or somebody who's willing to go get you. 4, make sure someone knows where you are at all times because nobody really knew where we were. So if we had got shot and like if they like took us out and I didn't have my car or whatever and they shot us and just left us somewhere, nobody would have known like who we was with or anything like that. So make sure you get that person's first name and their last name. Make sure someone knows where you are. Make sure someone like texts you like every hour or something to make sure like you're okay, or yeah, just things like that. Like, just be safe when you do stuff like that because it may not get to the extent that it did with us, that a boy wanted to shoot or whatever. But it's just like, goodness. And ladies, don't settle for less. Just like, I really wasn't trying to talk to that boy or whatever that he was with. Even though I did look good, I just wanted him to look at me. Don't talk to me. It's kind of like when you see something expensive in the Gucci store, don't touch it if you can't afford it, okay? Don't touch it if you can't afford it. But anyways, y'all, I really hope you guys enjoyed this story time about this double date. And make sure you guys subscribe, comment on what you want to see next or whatever. And I was really thinking about doing a get ready with me or something like that. I don't know. But comment on what you guys want to see next. And make sure you guys follow me on social media, which will be linked below. Drop. Hey. Okay, I'm so lame, y'all. Alright, but you guys stay blessed.